In the heart of a remote and impoverished village lived a young girl named Rogelina. Alongside her younger siblings, Rogelina faced the daily trials of life without basic amenities, no school to nurture their curiosity, no hospital for their ailments. Her dreams were woven with the threads of determination as she envisioned a brighter future through perseverance and dedication. One stormy night, the clouds erupted in a maelstrom of heavy rain, lightning, and thunder. That very night, Rogelina's little sister, Amira, fell dangerously ill, gripped by a high fever that seemed unrelenting. The urgency of the situation overpowered the roar of the storm. With unwavering resolve, Rogelina knew she had to get Amira to the village doctor, despite the treacherous conditions. Armed with nothing but a flickering lantern and accompanied by their fierce dog, Nero, Rogelina set out into the tempestuous night. The darkness was thick, the path ahead perilous, but her courage blazed like the lantern she carried. As they navigated the hazards of the storm, an ominous figure emerged from the shadows. A wild wolf, eyes gleaming with ferocity, lunged at them. Nero sprang to action, defending Rogelina with unbridled bravery. Amidst the chaos, Rogelina sustained injuries, but fear did not cripple her. She pressed on, every step driven by the lifeline of her sister's survival. Exhausted and drenched, Rogelina finally reached the humble abode of the village doctor. Her presence at the door, bleeding and desperate, jolted the doctor into immediate action. Without a moment to lose, they mounted his horse, heading back to the small home Rogelina's family occupied. The storm, relentless as ever, turned the path into a slippery mire. The horse slipped and struggled, and the duo was forced to continue on foot, the urgency of time pulsing through their veins. Upon reaching the house, the doctor hastened to his task. With his expert care, Amira's fever began to wane, drawing a sigh of relief from Rogelina's mother, who wept tears of gratitude. Rogelina's night of terror had yielded to a dawn of hope. The storm had tested her in ways unimaginable, but her bravery and resolve had not faltered. In that small village, under the weight of the storm, Rogelina discovered the depths of her strength and the lengths one would go for the love of family. Her story would be told for years to come, a beacon of courage and determination amid the harsh realities of rural life. Rogelina is a brave young girl living in a remote, impoverished village with her younger siblings. The village is isolated, with no school, no hospital, and shrouded in an eerie, perpetual fog that the villagers believe to be cursed. Despite the hardships, Rogelina dreams of a better future and works tirelessly to care for her siblings and study whenever she can. One fateful night, a vicious storm hits the village, bringing with it a darkness that seems almost alive. The villagers lock their doors, terrified of the tales of a curse that awakens on such nights. Rogelina's youngest sister suddenly falls gravely ill, burning with a fever that no home remedy can cure. Desperate to save her, Rogelina knows that the village doctor is her only hope. Armed with nothing but a flickering lantern and a sense of dread, Rogelina sets out into the storm. The wind howls like the cries of lost souls, and the rain falls in sheets, making it nearly impossible to see. The once familiar paths of the village are now twisted and unfamiliar. As she ventures deeper into the night, Rogelina feels an unnatural presence following her. Suddenly, she is confronted by the glowing eyes of a massive, shadowy wolf, a beast whispered about in the village's darkest legends. This is no ordinary wolf. It is the embodiment of the curse, a creature of nightmares that hunts anyone brave or foolish enough to walk the cursed paths at night. Terrified, Rogelina runs for her life, the wolf hot on her heels. The storm rages around her, the lightning illuminating the twisted features of the beast. She stumbles, falls, and feels the sharp pain of a gash on her leg, but she refuses to give up. Her sister's life depends on her. With the last of her strength, Rogelina reaches the doctor's house, collapsing at his door. The doctor, a grizzled man who knows the old stories too well, quickly realizes the danger they are in. He grabs his medical bag and urges Rogelina to get on his horse. Knowing they must hurry back before the curse fully consumes the village, the return journey is fraught with peril. The storm intensifies, and the wolf is not far behind. The horse slips in the mud, and the doctor and Rogelina are thrown to the ground. The doctor urges Rogelina to run while he tries to fend off the beast, but Rogelina refuses to leave him behind. Together, they face the wolf in a terrifying showdown, using the light from the lantern to ward off the darkness. With the cursed wolf finally driven back into the shadows, they make it back to Rogelina's home, where the doctor treats her sister, saving her life just in time. As dawn breaks, the storm finally subsides, and the village is quiet once more. Rogelina, exhausted and wounded, looks out over the village, knowing that she has faced the curse and survived. But the legends are not so easily forgotten, and she knows that the darkness will return one day. Until then, Rogelina is more determined than ever to protect her family and find a way to break the curse once and for all.